You made me see the world in a way I never thought possible. You didn't just shift my perspective, you transformed it. You transformed me. You changed how I see love, connection, and even myself. You changed my life in ways I'm still beginning to understand. And every time I reflect on this, I find myself wondering, how can I ever repay you for that? How can I ever thank you enough for the light you brought into my life? How do I even begin to explain how deeply you mean to me, how much I need you, how profoundly I appreciate your presence? It took me a long time to reach this point of clarity, to finally admit to myself just how emotionally connected I am to you. For a long time, I couldn't see it clearly because I was clouded by pain, fear, and regret. I blamed you, my love. I blamed you for walking away. I blamed you for triggering the very wounds I tried so hard to ignore. But the truth is, it wasn't your fault. In hindsight, I see it so clearly now. I was the one who pulled away. I was the one who breadcrumbed you, who ghosted you, who started closing the doors one by one while silently hoping you'd still wait on the other side. You might think you're just part of my past, someone I loved once, a chapter closed. But no, love, that's far from the truth. You are not my past, you are my past, my present, and my future. The universe may have separated us temporarily, but I truly believe it was not punishment. It was protection. Protection for you, perhaps, from the darker parts of me, the chaos I hadn't yet tamed, the pain I hadn't yet healed. The love we shared was never the problem. It was everything around it. There's been a lot of drama, especially in this karmic situation I've found myself tangled in. Your name has come up more times than I care to admit. People talk about you, sometimes with venom, trying to stain your image, to turn you into something you're not. They've dragged you into arguments, disagreements, even gossip. And every time they do, I feel this burning anger rise in me. I can't stand it. I hate when anyone speaks badly about you or disrespects what we had. I hate that they think they know anything about the connection between us, because they don't. They couldn't possibly understand it. What I've come to realize is that this current environment I'm in is full of insecurity, jealousy, and hidden agendas. There's competition where there should be support, manipulation where there should be truth. People deliberately try to create problems in my life, trying to redirect my attention so that I won't think of you. But they don't realize, I always think of you. No matter how loud the distractions get, my heart is always whispering your name. I feel emotionally exhausted. The ups and downs, the constant drama, the pressure, it's draining. Every day feels like a battle between what's expected of me and what my soul truly desires. And in that quiet space between moments, I always find myself looking back. Looking back to you. Because you're the only person I've never been able to let go of. I can't stop loving you. I can't stop missing you, wanting you, craving your warmth, your presence, your energy. You live in me still. I pray every day that I'll have the courage to approach you again. I pray that it's not too late. I pray you haven't moved on. But if you have, if someone else has your heart now, I promise I will never disrupt your life. I love you too much to do that. Your happiness means more to me than my own desires. I just want you to be okay. I want you to be loved, whether by me or by someone else worthy of you. You did so much for me. More than you know. You were my friend when I was broken. You guided me like a wise teacher when I was lost. And you loved me like the most devoted partner, like a soulmate. I could never compare you to anyone else. You are truly incomparable. No one else could ever measure up to the way you made me feel, to the way you saw through me like no one else ever has. Right now, I'm trying. I'm trying so hard to break free from the negative energy, the obsessive thoughts, the emotional weight I've carried for far too long. But through it all, I'm still holding on to you. You are the thread tied to my heart, the one string I can't cut loose. No matter how much time passes, no matter how far apart we are always connected. I feel it. Deeply. You showed me something profound, something life-changing, that it's okay to love myself. That choosing myself doesn't make me selfish. That honoring my truth and protecting my peace is not wrong or unkind. That lesson alone changed everything. Maybe that's why I stayed away for so long. I was terrified that choosing my happiness would make me the villain in someone else's story. But now, I understand that I can't keep betraying myself just to keep others comfortable. You were the one who taught me that. You showed me what it means to love with truth, to live with purpose, and to believe in connection even when the world tries to tear it apart. And for that, I'll always love you. I'll always be grateful. Even if I never say another word to you again, just know this, I carry you with me, always. Your person is currently undergoing a profound inner transformation, one that is leading them toward inner union and the closing of an important karmic cycle. This period of intense personal growth has brought them to a deep realization: the life they were living no longer aligns with who they truly are. What once brought them joy, their job, the people they surrounded themselves with, the environment they lived in, and their day-to-day routines, now feels hollow and disconnected. They have come to understand that much of what they considered happiness was actually rooted in ego-based desires, not a reflection of their authentic self. As this awakening unfolds, your person is shedding the layers of their former identity. The version of themselves you once knew is evolving into someone new, more aligned, more conscious, and more spiritually aware. While this transformation has been taking place mostly behind the scenes, away from your eyes and ears, it has been powerful and deeply felt. They wish they could show you how much they've changed, how much healing has taken place within them. But for now, they've chosen not to share all of it, not out of secrecy or avoidance, but as a form of self-preservation. There is a sense of vulnerability in exposing the rawness of their growth, and they are still working through the courage it takes to fully reveal their journey to you. Despite the silence or distance in the physical world, they have been connecting with you energetically in the 5D. Through dreams, thoughts, and intuitive nudges, they are reaching out to reassure you of their presence and the deep bond you share. They want you to know that there is far more going on beneath the surface than meets the eye. While it may seem like nothing is moving forward, trust that immense progress is being made spiritually and emotionally. Part of this transformation involves healing from painful past experiences, relationships that ended harshly, words that were never spoken, and wounds that were never fully acknowledged. They have been doing the inner work to ensure that when they come forward again, they are not carrying the heavy, toxic energy of the past. They don't want to bring emotional baggage into your connection. Instead, they want your reunion to be built on a solid foundation, one rooted in truth, trust, and emotional maturity. That is why they are taking their time. They are preparing for something real, something lasting. They are seeking forgiveness from you, not just for what they said or didn't say, but for the times they weren't fully present, for the moments they allowed fear and ego to guide their actions. At the same time, they are learning to forgive themselves. Self-forgiveness is often the hardest part of healing, but they are making progress. They are becoming more honest with themselves, and in doing so, they are getting ready to be honest with you. They know they were not always truthful, but they are ready to speak their truth soon. To support this process, they've been working on balancing their throat and solar plexus chakras. These energy centers govern communication, confidence, and personal power, all essential aspects of expressing love and taking initiative. Your person is slowly building the courage to open their heart, to reach out, and to propose a real conversation, or even a physical meetup. The desire to reunite is growing stronger with each passing day. They can no longer ignore what they feel. The silence, while once necessary for healing, is becoming more difficult for them to bear. This connection between you defies logic and simple explanations. It's spiritual, emotional, and rooted in something much deeper than appearances. When everything finally comes together, you will both understand why it had to unfold this way. The delays, the separations, the emotional highs and lows, they were all part of preparing each of you for the depth and intensity of the union that's to come. Your person is in a transitional space right now. They are leaving behind what is familiar and stepping into the unknown. It's uncomfortable, even scary at times, but they are trusting that this path will lead them to something more meaningful. In this journey, the Wheel of Fortune appears as a guiding sign, encouraging you to remain optimistic. It is a reminder that the universe is working behind the scenes in your favor, orchestrating events in divine timing. Trust that what's meant for you will not pass you by. Alongside this, the Queen of Coins offers practical guidance. She asks you to stay grounded, compassionate, and nurturing, not just toward your person, but toward yourself as well. This is a time for patience and emotional resilience. Your person deeply craves your affection. The long period of silence has affected them more than you might know. They miss the warmth of your energy, your understanding, your presence. They long for your connection not just out of desire, but because they see you as someone truly unmatched, someone who understands them in ways no one else does. That's why they can't stay away. No matter how far they roam or how long they remain silent, they are being pulled back to you by something stronger than logic, by love, by soul recognition, by destiny. Your paths are slowly but surely converging again, and when the time is right, everything will fall into place. Let love lead. Let patience guide. The story is not over, it's only just beginning.